So it is day 3 of the van racking build, and as you can see, the weather is completely against me today. However, I need to get this project finished because I've just had a week of driving around in the van with it still being unorganised, even with the new larger space that I have, that I've really got to get this finished. So now what I'm going to do is clear this van out again. Hoover spilled out again the other day, so I've definitely got to come up with a solution for the Hoover. The roof rack can go on today, so I can get these ladders put on the roof, and then hopefully I'll have this done and dusted with after today. So this time I'm gonna screw the brackets on the top of the drawers in place first, I think, because it's not quite. Right, that is my 2 shelving units fitted, which I think now will give a whole lot more space to put some bits and bobs, little hole saw bit sets and ratchet sets and things like that can go in the drawers, which before was just being thrown everywhere and anywhere. So I think that will organise things a hell of a lot better, still giving a nice space here for my main tool bags as I need them, and then having the middle section available for if I need to carry a boiler or a cylinder or anything like that. Okay, so next I have cut my board to go across here. Now I've cut it slightly higher than the platform just to stop any of my tool cases from sliding forward, as they have been at the minute this week. Most I've been using it, so it's just to stop that. But you can see the issue I've got here is due to us having to overhang the units over the edge of this because of the door hinges, the back door hinges. It's now meaning that even though I can cut around this here, having this upstand is going to mean it's going to restrict the actual drawer opening. So what I'm going to have to do is have the upstand sort of there'll basically be a gap. There'll basically be a gap here, which hopefully won't be too much of a problem, but that's what we're going to have to do, unfortunately. Truth. Let's see if I can make this out right. I don't know if it will. Hey, not too bad. What am I getting now? It's stopping me. Just takes it up. So you can see there now, fits nicely. I'm actually going to put some of this matting on here just to make it look better as well. Hopefully I've got enough. These screws are rubbish. Hopefully these hinges, I've gone for really strong hinges, so these hinges should really last. So just to show you how this might work now, lift that, and then I've allowed for enough gap for what I want to come through there, and that's that. Got the flooring down for here. I've had to cut out a section here so that I can still open this, which is a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world stuff. So I'm going to spray some of the contact adhesive down now, get this stuck down, and have a bit of a clear up. So I thought I would take this chance to talk about what's going on in the business right now, where we're moving forward, and what our plans are likely to be going into 2026 as we near the end of 2025. At the moment, we have the 2 new vans and still no sign writing. As I've probably previously mentioned, we've just struggled. One, finding someone to actually just do designs. The smaller businesses that just don't have the capacity, and then there was a larger business. I won't disclose who they were, but they come back with a pretty high price, and there was a bit of confusion as well as to who. I told him there's 2 vans, and the prices that were being given out made it seem as though that price was for the 2 vans, and then I later found out that it was actually price per van, which came at a bit of a shock, because in total it was something like £4,600 to have the 2 vans like quarter wrapped, 3/4 wrapped, sorry. So I've eventually now looking like I'm going to go with this other company called Poppin Signs, and to be fair, they've come the pricing, they've come back pretty straightforward and pretty clear. So they similar to the other large company that said a full wrap would be about £3,000 plus VAT. However, they then broke it down and give me 2 or 3 different options of previous works that they've done to show what you can get for your money per van. So I've kind of looked at what budget fits in with our business,
and I've said, yeah, let's get some designs done for that. This company, however, though, has asked for a payment for the designs to be produced, which I guess is fair enough, because time is taken to sit there and produce those designs. So I've paid that. So I've kind of committed myself now. I'm not obligated to use them, but given the fact that I've spent nearly £200 now on designs, the likelihood is, providing that the designs are to what I'm looking for, I will probably go ahead with them. So going forward into 2026, we're really looking to hammer down on our service plans and get more customers signed up to that. From a business aspect, this has to be what will give us peace of mind, really. You know, as a plumbing and heating company, naturally your quieter months are always the summer months, where things do just tail off. I want to try and combat that by having regular income coming in through having a large portfolio of service plan customers. And not only that, then obviously if we do get calls from any of our service plan customers, you know, we have the capacity there to just satisfy and help our customers, which of course in turn keeps us all busy, which is what we want. Also, the other big thing going into 2026 is a really strong marketing campaign come sort of March, April for the air conditioning. I'm going to really hit that this year and smash it. Again, that's another way we're looking to combat the quieter months in the summer. Going forward into the new year, I am going to be looking to take on another engineer. That is going to help then basically for boiler installs and all the sort of the bigger installation side of heating things, which will allow me to take a bit more of a back step, just do gas safeties, boiler services, and that'll free me up then to work on the business rather than in the business. The plan going into the new year as well is we're going to pay towards for Harry to do his gas. Getting Harry gas qualified now, going ready for the end of 2026 when the winter season kicks in again, is super important. So hopefully by the end of 2026 then we'll have, you know, more scope for sort of gas works, if you like. So to just sum it all up, the last 2 years we've had really good growth. We've done well. We have definitely increased our turnover and profit. However, going into 2026, I want to absolutely smash through our previous 2 years figures, like so much so, like practically doubling what we've done these last two years. That is the plan. Obviously that is only going to work if we've got the right team in place, the right processes and procedures to allow us to achieve that. I think it can be done. It's going to take a lot of work on my part to make sure everything is running smooth, that the office staff are working well with the guys on the road, you know, as well as myself. Sometimes I can be a cause for issues where I seem to store a lot of information inside my head, thinking that everyone know exactly what is going on in my head, and they can cause a bit of issues sometimes then when situations arise and it's like, well, who knew about that? And in fact it was up in here. So yeah, I just need to be more communicative and you know, bear in mind now that this is no longer a business that is just about me. It's about the team. It's about everyone working together and harmoniously. So that's the plans anyway for 2026. Let's hope that is a good one. I'm sure it will be. With my determination, we'll absolutely smash it.
New van.
Wow, it's beautiful. I mean, how else would you describe this other than beautiful? I can't think of any other word other than beautiful. I've said beautiful 3 times. That's just how beautiful it is. That's a 4th for you. I think it really symbolises what bookyourboiler.com is really about. You see those flames on the side? That's just because they're fire. Fire service from a fireman. But he's not a fireman. He's Chad.
Okay, so we have now finally officially broken up for the Christmas period, and I've got, well, it's a couple of days before Christmas, and I thought I'd jump out here and get this van finished once and for all, because the weather hasn't been great. It's been raining constantly, so it's been pretty difficult to get this fan racking finished. I'll just show you where I'm at, because I don't think I've recorded the middle section that I've been doing, but I'll show you what I've been doing, and then I'll take you through finishing it off. So as you can see, what I've done here is I've cut a panel here and secured it to the middle, the back racking. I know, again, you know, this is, I'm not a carpenter at the end of the day, but I've just then used a couple of timber battens screwed here, and the shelves are going to be back falling to hold these storage boxes into place. I'm going to make several going down there, and that'll hold all my screws and different fittings boxes, which will be good. This side here, as you can see, is still flapping. I've mited this as best I can into that section there. That's going to be getting secured there in just a bit, and then there'll be more shelving being put down that side as well. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to get this piece here leveled off now, make sure that's secured there level, and I have been thinking and wondering how many shelves to actually have. Now what I'm thinking is leaving a space at the bottom for, initially it was going to be for my boxes that has all my waste fittings in, but I'm now thinking probably the wet vac to go in one side or the other, and I'll put like a bungee cord going across just to keep it in, because the wet vac is one of the things that tends to fall over and then spill all this crap all over the floor, so I'm going to try and prevent that by securing that properly. I've cut and have one of the shelves here. I'm just going to chamfer the edges now with the flapper disc. Okay, little update. So I'm just cutting the last couple of shelves. I'll just take you inside here to see, and you can see now it's starting to take shape. I've got 3 shelves here, and there's going to be 3 shelves going here, which will then leave me space for the hoover to go underneath, and my buckets for the tubs for the waste fittings. So nearly done with this. I'm going to wrap that up for now. I'll show you later in the video the fully completed racking of this van, and yeah, should look good. So, give you a little tour and a little rundown of how this now works. I've got the Tradeify Trade Tidy coat hanger there just to put some coats and jumpers. The shelving here is now finished for storage boxes, power tools. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to leave power tools on there yet. I may get more storage boxes for screws and press fittings, that sort of stuff. What I just need to do now as well is, this bungee cord is a little bit too loose. I need a tighter one that is going to go from left to right and will just stop the hoover from rolling out. Waste fittings boxes here. I don't know if you can make that out at the back, but I put 2 hooks that just holds the hoover poles, so that's nice and neat. Okay, so what we've done here is we have again the Trade Tidy can holder, which got our WD-40, some cleaner for the aircon and our leak detection fluid. All important, fire extinguisher, our draining bucket, our bucket for draining and servicing, the Worcester brushes, and as you can see underneath, which makes it really neat and tidy, is I have a section now to be able to put my 2 different types of ladders in. My benders go there nice and neat out of the way. I always tend to find with the pipe benders, you put them in your van and it's always, because of the weird shape of them, it always sort of gets in the way of being able to store it neatly anywhere, so that's quite handy that they can just go in there. And then on this side we've just got some random drill bits, my level here on these hooks, and some rolling straw carpet protector. What this area can do if need be, and I've got some like length of timber or something for a bathroom job, is I can take all this out and the panel down further down will open up and allow me to slide full 2.4 meter length timbers straight through. Now I've got plenty of storage on the shelves, as you can see. Here you've got all sort of liquids and aerosols, cleaning products, got to seal, that sort of stuff. Some 22 15mm talons, toilet parts, PPE, brassware, radiator valves and extra pieces, etc. Well, on this side we've got some spare boxes of screws and plasterboard fixings, tap washer fixing kits, carbon monoxide alarms, electrical box section with switch fuse spurs and back boxes, my little Wago set, a few odds and sods of the John Guest speed fit fittings, and here, not very good at the minute, I do need to add more to this, but I'm going to start getting some regularly used boiler parts and fittings in this box. So there we go. So there we are. It's taken long enough, many days interrupted by weather, etc., and it's now finished enough where I'm happy with it. As you can see, just on this piece here, gives plenty of space for a couple of my tool bags, and there's plenty of space then in the middle for if we're ever carrying a boiler or a cylinder. All in all, I think it's pretty neat. I'm sure others would be able to do it differently or better, but I will run over the costs that this has cost me in total to build all this with the timber, the shelving, the matting and everything, just so that people can see, you know, how much it could cost. So there we go, that's it for another episode on the channel. If this has given you any inspiration into what you'd like to do in your van, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and maybe even give us a comment to let us know what you would have done differently. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.